Our next guest is starting his second season on the smash hit series NYPD Blue. Will you please welcome Andrea Thompson? Thank you for being here.
I'm saying great shoes.
Oh, they're wonderful. I was just telling you, I said they're great for sitting. You know, these are kind of shoes, you put them on, you go somewhere really nice, and you sit down. For the rest.
I don't know how. Look how tight those shoes are.
How? Johnny just wanted to touch your foot.
Okay.
Oh, what are
The
those?
truth comes out.
Foot studies? World Wide Web come.
Exactly.
Something like that. Yeah.
Next week is the season premiere.
Yeah.
All right, now what are some of the big changes that are going to be taking place?
Well, as most people know, we've got Rich Schroeder coming in. He won't be starting until about show 6, though. So we're working on the whole storyline. I can't give any of it away.
Oh, come on, just a little bit.
No, we've signed confidentiality agreements. They're not going to be stripped out to anybody, not even the department head. So I can tell you one funny story, though. We have a scene today where a perp has to projectile vomit on Sipowicz, and the wardrobe lady yesterday was running around going, we don't have doubles. We have no doubles for anything.
So
doubles meaning double
costume,
you know, because when you shoot a scene, you have to do it over and over and over again. And so she's stocking up on boxes of baby wipes instead, because that's what you use on shows.
Wait, let me get this straight. Let me get this straight.
Takes up all the stuff.
Takes up everything.
Great for dry cleaning.
Let me get this straight. Somebody is going to throw up on somebody on your show.
Yeah.
And you expect them to do that more than once?
Well, I talked to Dennis about it last night, and I said, Dennis, how do you feel about this? And he goes, you know, he said, this is really disgusting. And he goes, and I don't even get to hit the guy. Yeah.
Last year, you were named one of the sexiest women on television. How'd you feel about that?
Yeah. Well, I thought it was kind of funny because I started out here on a show called Falcon Crest.
Right.
And I called it the lingerie show. I mean, it had like 5 changes of lingerie, and every time, and a lot of double stick tape to keep everything on. And, you know, you think I would have gotten, sexiest for that. And so I'm talking to somebody here on the show, and she goes, well, how do you feel about that? Since your character's not sexy at all. And I thought, well, thanks a lot.
But she doesn't have it. She's a very strong woman.
Yeah. And I thought it's really interesting. Maybe we're finally finding women sexy for their intelligence, for their strength,
Right.
For their character, for the whole person that they are, rather than just,
sex symbols.
Their parts, and exactly.
Now, we have a scene that we're going to show from the show, which is an amazing scene. Do you have say in that, since you're a strong woman? Do you pick those topics?
I don't pick the topics, but in this particular segment, this particular scene, it was something we had discussed doing throughout the year. And I said, you know what, let's just make sure that we do this for the right reason.
What is the scene?
The scene is about that Kirkendall and Russell have picked up this guy who's a convicted child molester. And there's a little girl missing, and we're certain that this guy's got her in hiding somewhere. And earlier in the season, they had wanted me to deck this other woman. And I said, let's make it for a really important reason, because Kirkendall is like really pretty. She's light, she's easy, she kind of lets things roll off her back. And I said, if we're going to have her go off, let it be about something really important. So when they said, how about a child molester, I said, that's fine.
Your character is a mom,
out of one of those. So. And my character's got 2 kids.
All right, let's take a look at you in NYPD Blue.
It's going to get hard if you don't start answering yes or no.
Yes. Yesterday, I walked to work.
How close were you to the park at the closest point in your walk?
I'd like you to consider if there isn't an unfair thrust in that question.
That's really unfair.
Did you see that little girl yesterday, Todd?
That was a decent thing to do, and I've done nothing but try to cooperate.
Do you want to get hit again?
Do I want to get hit again? Why would I want to get hit again?
Did you see her?
If I did, I guess that would make me a valuable person in your investigation. Oh, you are vicious.
Amazing issues.
You looked like you were really mad at me.
Well, I was. That's you guys are parents. And that's one of those subjects for me that I don't have any tolerance.
I don't know.
You're a mom in real life.
I've got a little boy. He's about to turn 6. I dropped him off for first grade yesterday.
Oh, isn't that traumatic?
Oh, I needed a whole box of Kleenex.
I know. It's like, Mom.
I took him out to the playground and I said, okay, buddy, I got to go now. And he was with his other friend.
There he is.
Oh, yeah, that's my guy.
And he is sick.
He will be sick.
Oh, he will be
Alex.
sick.
Alex.
Yeah.
What are you going to do for the birthday?
We've got the reptile dude coming.
The reptile?
The reptile dude.
I'm not familiar with the reptile dude.
He's this guy here in Los Angeles, and he has a whole collection of reptiles. I mean, everything from turtles to monitor lizards. He's got an 18-foot boa. And he'll bring, and he comes, and there's these 3 young guys, and they're really cute, and they sing rock and roll songs that they make up about reptiles. And they tell all the kids about reptiles and snakes, and they let them touch them. And
wow. Was this Alex's idea, or is this something that you...
Alex loves snakes, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he likes all animals, so... Yeah, he wanted the reptile dude, and then he wants Zorro to come.
Oh.
So I'm searching around for
We
Zorro.
have something in common. Now, your son has allergy problems?
He not only has allergies, he has asthma.
My son has asthma, too.
Yeah, and he has what they call unexplained anaphylaxis. So he'll become allergic to something and go into anaphylactic shock.
How do you handle that situation?
Actually, it's called an EpiPen, and you carry adrenaline.
Oh,
you can get him
really?
to an emergency room. And it's funny because he's like this big, boisterous, healthy kid you would never suspect. I mean, he's bouncing off the walls all the time, and he participates in a lot of sports. His asthma is not related to activity. It's just every time he gets a head cold, it's a life-threatening situation. So what we did, I went through this whole thing where my house became the money pit. I was just going to take the carpets out and the draperies down and all the upholstery furniture because he's got problems with dust mites also.
Right.
But then once we did that, we found that I live in Beverly Glen up in the hills here. And in the hills we have a lot of problems with rats. And so we found out our air conditioning system had rats in it. So I had to have the air conditioner changed.
I would move.
Oh. Yeah, well, here's something that'll make you feel good. You know, there's really wealthy people that live in Bel Air. Their houses are just overrun with rats because that whole area's got rats.
Well, Andrea,
And we're not talking, the critters. No.
Andrea, thank you very much for
You
joining
know
us.
what? It's fabulous to have you.
NYPD Blue premieres Tuesday night, October 20th on ABC.